Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is many a true nerd, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. Last time we decided to head over to Ilium and do all the little things there, including reuniting with Liara, who we kind of tried to snog, but we're wearing this little mouthpiece, so it was a bit awkward, and in the end we couldn't quite pull it off. Bit too complicated for Commander Shepard there. And today I would like to do the first loyalty mission after Zaid's, the first kind of like, base game loyalty mission. But first, something I wasn't expecting showed up. So you may recall last time we were exploring the Crescent Nebula, and down in Zelene at the very far south there, I actually kind of discovered a little kind of anomaly on a planet, and we went down and explored it. It was this little desert world where we got some data we needed to decrypt, and I thought, okay, that'll be the one thing there. I'll just loot the rest of the area purely for resources. But no, there's a second anomaly in the area where Ilium is. Over here on Tarith, in fact. So, what have we got going here? Send a drone down. What have we got over here? Preliminary scans indicate a high-powered communications relay on the planet, matches blood pact mercenary protocols. Ah! I think I know which area this is. Okay, yeah, sure, let's land and take this out while we're passing by. So, Miranda as usual, but blood pact means a lot of people with armor, so go on, let's bring Grunt along. He's a solid tank to come along anyway, and it would be nice to have someone who can hold the line. Let's give him 1 rank of his anti-armor ammo, because that could be very, very useful this very mission, in fact. Lovely. And as I was expecting, down we come onto an extremely misty little planet, including some rather strange little monsters. There's not a huge amount of this mission, to be honest. It's more about the puzzle of finding your way through the fog using the communication towers than it is about fighting, though there is indeed some fighting to be done as well, of course. Now, 1 beacon. And you'll notice now that that little beacon is now firing a little kind of wibbly beam down towards the next beacon. Basically, if we follow the paths that lead down towards where the wibbly beam is going, we will end up going in the right direction. 1 datapad here as well. And that gets us attention all workers. Stop chipping away at this node. There's nothing left here to mine. Move on to the other sites now. Salamul. Got it. So this was a mining operation. Admittedly, I'm not quite sure why we've come here, to be honest. It's just a mining operation. It's fine. Why are we coming here and murdering everybody? They might even be allowed to be here. We don't know. Now, next beacon. And basically, yeah, we're just heading from beacon to beacon and using that to navigate through the fog. But we have other things as well, including 1 Clixon, a local. Gotta be careful of the locals here. Just keep knocking them down, please. Someone, yeah, just knock him off his feet. Lovely. That'll do a good enough job. These things have a bit of armor, but generally will only have armor and health, meaning as a result, if you can just knock the armor off, bringing along Grunt and his concussive shot is indeed very, very useful. But as we're going up primarily against armor people, shotguns and hand cannons, please. Lovely. Meanwhile, you, Grunt, can go over to your anti-armor ammo. And I'll go over to cryo ammo because while it doesn't give me any bonus against armor, once that armor is down, it may indeed be a little bit more useful. In fact, sniper rifle arguably is not that useful here at all and may go over to the hand cannon in time. Activate the beacon and move straight on in the direction it's telling us to go. That, of course, just tells us don't go this way. But, of course, when a game says don't go this way, that normally means go this way and you'll get free stuff. Nice, platinum. And you'll just hear the odd roar in the fog. Don't worry about that. I'm sure it's fine. 1 more Clixon to murder. Lovely. And now that his armor's off, knock him to the ground. There we go. Oh, more Clixons coming in. And those Clixons, unfortunately, do breathe fire. But that's fine. Because no, don't stand in the way. There we go. While they breathe fire, I think we should be 100% fine. So put more of an incinerate on you as well. Then just back off. They'll go down nice and quick. And they explode when they're done. Downside is, of course, because they don't have guns, they're not dropping thermal clips. So ammo can be a little bit of a concern in this area. Attention all workers, fall back now. Evacuation shuttles are on the way. Anyone not at the gathering site when the shuttles arrive will be left here with those damn bugs. Salamul. So potentially, they started fleeing long before I showed up. They started fleeing when the bugs started coming out of the ground. In comes another little dragon creature. Lovely. And this over here is where the beacons start getting useful, of course. Like, as you get later into the mission, the game actually puts multiple routes down. So obviously it's saying this is the right way to go because of the beacon. But that means I'll be going this way first, just to see what the hell's over in this direction. And in this case, once again, it's free stuff. The game is rewarding me for making the bad choices. It is nice, by the way, that the mist does actually settle at a particular altitude. So when you're above the mist, you can actually see what's going on fairly clearly. When you're in the mist, your visibility drops significantly. I like that. It's a really nice visual effect. Now, I've gone over to freezing machine gun pistol because my estimation would be, once I've taken the armor off these lads, that's probably the way I'm going to help most by actually freezing these guys. I think that actually is probably quite useful. Another warp and then freeze him. Yep, so he's frozen now because, of course, these guys are trying to close the distance. So if I can just freeze them, just hold them still while everyone else finishes them up for me. Yeah. You know what? I've actually really quite grown to enjoy cryo ammo. I'm sorry I was so mean to it. One data pad out here in the fog, right next to one crispy corpse, presumably burnt by the fire-breathing bugs. Salamul, where are the resources? Are you mining out there or standing around waiting for these vultures to get smarter? Our guy in Ilium can't keep the lights off forever. You keep stalling and we'll have a hell of a fight on the way in. And that would make me really angry. Kalusk. Okay, just a hint of a wider conspiracy, it would appear. And here we are, pretty much up at the top. In fact, yep, the beacon is now going into the central communications array. Time for the final fight. And ooh, it's quite nice when you kind of get above it all and see like the full job that you've done. The beacon trail leading all the way up here. It's kind of cool. And as you probably reasonably expect, the final fight at the landing site itself is not actually against any of the monsters. It is in fact against the Blood Pack. So there's Salamul, who we've been hearing about. Lovely. Now, let's just quickly knock him off his feet as best we can. Nice. Go invisible. Let him go down. Oh, look at that. Look at how well that works now. When I say how well that works now, he's about to murder me. Right, go, 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 go. No, I'm being staggered. That's bad. Luckily. No, never mind. I shouldn't have got that far ahead. Right, let's try this again, but this time remember, the Krogan are actually quite bloody dangerous. Hello, this time just lead him back down onto the path, quick as we can. So, there we are, where are you? There you are. So, now, throw our powers at him. Yep, fine, lovely, and now just back off, nice. Guys, 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 oh, you decided to go over there, have you? Well, that's fine. What weapons are you using, by the way? No, use your special shotgun. I hate how their weapons reset when you reload. It's very, very annoying indeed. Right, okay. Everyone ready to use your powers in a second? Okay, he's already down to armor. So that means everyone can throw everything we've got at him. And one headshot as well. Salamul's down to basic armor. One boom squad. Get you down in a second. And go invisible. And one more shot for you should almost finish you off. Just everyone focus on him to get him down for a sec. Oh, he's frozen. Nice. And then one guy is almost dead again. Who have we got left? One blood pack trooper. Headshot will take you out, but that's me out of ammo. So over to the hand cannon, and I think they just finished the last of them off for me. Nice. Yeah, nice and simple as long as you take it careful. But you can't treat Krogan lightly. They're not as dangerous as they were in Mass Effect 1, but they will still destroy you up close and personal. And that gets me something, 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 diddly-dee. Presumably, like, mining information? Or something? I guess. Do I, like, get the resources and thus make money? I've no bloody clue. I've eliminated some blood pack forces. I've encountered unclassified hostile alien species. Got some XP. Made a tiny bit of money, I guess. Got some platinum. Honestly, don't seem to have actually got that much out of that, but never mind. Another little side mission that, again, because it's like out in the middle of nowhere, few people might never have seen before, even if you've played Mass Effect 2. And I would like to show off every little bit of it. And here we are, follow-up from that little mission we did at the end of last part. We have decrypted and analysed the data you recovered from the relay on Tariff. The resources mined on Tariff were being sent to Zardaban, presumably for use in weapons manufacture. It's clear the Blood Pack is planning a large-scale invasion. Disrupting the operation in Zardaban will go a long way towards delaying or preventing this invasion. Invasion of what? What exactly are they invading? Us? The galaxy? The Citadel? That would be useful information there, Cerberus. Meanwhile, oh dear. A message from Corporal Toombs, the only other survivor of that whole Thresher Moor incident that was the basis of Commander Shepard's life. From Toombs. What the hell kind of game are you playing, Shepard? You did the buddy act when I had a gun on that Cerberus scientist, telling me you understood. Now I find you're working for Cerberus. Tests were done on me that you can't even imagine for years. Cerberus did them. They tortured me. They used me as a damn lab rat. And now you're teaming up with them like any other Merc bands. I've got my own Merc team now, Shepard. And I kill any Cerberus team I can find. If I run into you, don't expect any different. Oh, yeah. Listen to Toombs. Listen to Toombs and Alenko. They're the voices of sanity in all of this, which is, you know, ironic given Toombs is literally diagnosably insane. Ooh, is that another flipping loyalty mission there, Callie? Marvellous. Morden, why don't you tell me what was going on? And you may recall, last time we spoke to Morden, he told us about his history, that he did some work just, you know, observing some of the genophage work. Totally innocent work. Not dangerous or ethically dubious at all. Well, now he's got a bit of an update for us.
Shepard, important news. Know you're busy. Have to deal with the collectors. Planning attack. Too important to wait. Just receiving data. Still processing, analyzing likely scenarios. Not sure how to begin. Too much intel. You remember my work? Studying the genophage?
I remember.
Didn't tell you full story. Discovered that Krogan population was growing too quickly. Overcoming genophage. Had to take steps. Personally led a team, created new version of genophage, released it onto Chanka, other colonies. Restabilized Krogan population.
So the genophage wasn't working well enough, so he went and introduced a different one.
The first genophage was a mistake bordering on a war crime. How the hell could you do it again?
Exactly the reaction feared. In small numbers, Krogan sympathetic. Tragic. Galactic regret for deployment of genophage. But in large numbers, expansion, aggression, war. Krogan too dangerous. Had to stop them. First genophage was necessary. Cultural fragmentation made modified genophage even more necessary.
We're not done, Morden. You can't just drop a bomb like this and walk away.
Can discuss ethics later. More immediate concerns. Blood Pack mercenaries captured former team member. Malin, last seen on Tuchanka, might torture him, make an example. Recovering Malin would be a personal favor to me.
Do you think they found out your team updated the genophage?
Unclear. No way to determine until we get to Tuchanka.
Well, may as well head over there at some point then.
We'll go to Tuchanka and see if we can find your team member.
Appreciate it. My assistant, my student, want to see him safe. Malin last seen outside Erdnot territory. Scouts might have seen Bloodpack. Talk to them or clan chief.
Oh, good news about Erdnot, by the way. I'm on personal first-name terms with the clan chief. Marvellous. And indeed, of course, Rex did survive my Mass Effect 1 playthrough, so we'll be going to see him at some point. And all of that, of course, has opened up even more bloody systems. Now we've got systems all over the bloody shop. We've got, the Nubian Expanses opened up so that I can help Jack. And there's the Krogan demilitarized zone down there as well. Yeah, you can open up an awful lot of systems really bloody quickly if that's what you want to do in the second half of the game. There's a lot bloody out here. But you know what? I said I wanted to help Jack and I stand by that. Let's head over to the Nubian Expanse to find Pragia. But more importantly, I found Platinum Planet en route. Platinum's the mineral I've really been burning through. So yeah, finding a planet that seems to be primarily platinum, that's helping stock up our supplies. Lovely. And here we are indeed, Pragia. Jungle planet overrun by choking hypergrowth caused by industrially mutated plant species. Combined with relative isolation and lack of a population, this has made Pragia an occasional base of operation for drug runners, weapon smugglers, pirates, mercenaries, terrorists, and intelligence agents seeking secrecy. Sustained habitation on Pragia is extremely difficult, as mutants and even poisonous plant life can overgrow colonies in days instead of years. Sounds a little bit dangerous indeed. Jack, of course, has to come along. We don't get a choice about that. Then we just have to pick the most appropriate person. Other than that, Miranda as well. Miranda's rubbing it in a little bit, but you know what? If we're going to be uncovering the monstrous activity of Cerberus, let's bring Miranda too.
See the landing pad? Has to be on the roof, or the vegetation would overgrow it in a few hours.
Shepard, I am picking up thermal signatures everywhere, except at your landing zone.
Something's distorting the sensors.
This was a secret Cerberus facility.
Yeah, they build their equipment to last. Assholes. It was a mistake coming back here, Shepard.
Get a hold of yourself. It'll be okay.
I'm fine. Okay, let's get on the ground.
And down we go, and it is indeed a little bit of a nasty day weather-wise. Obviously, the loyalty missions in this game kind of exist to force you to take out every single companion at least once, just so you kind of have a chance to see them in action. What I really like about them, by the way, is the loyalty missions overwhelmingly are set up to suit that particular companion. So Jack here with her biotics is extremely good at dealing with enemies that have limited or no shielding. So what are we up against here? Well, there's a lot of animals in this area where throwing them around with her biotics is actually very effective. And a lot of missions kind of do that. They try to kind of demonstrate the strengths of each companion, which is kind of cool. Anyway, let's get out of this darn rain.
The elusive man requested operation logs again.
He's getting suspicious.
When we get results, he won't care what we did. But if he knew...
He won't find out. The elusive man requested operation logs again.
Sounds like this facility went rogue.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? He didn't say what they were hiding from the elusive man.
I always found that terminal incredibly suspicious, that literally the first thing that happens after you arrive, the second room you come into, there's a security terminal just playing that switches itself on, that happens to be playing the exact moment someone was saying, well, the elusive man certainly didn't know anything about this. Yes, he'd be really angry if he found out, given he's so lovely. Absolutely, we better not tell him. It's more than a little bit suspicious. I feel like the moment we started heading to Pragia, the elusive man or one of his agents made sure we were going to see that to try and clear the elusive man's name. I've always been very, very suspicious of that little thing there. And the first sign of enemies there, we hear the roar of a creature. And here we are, lots of Varren, who only have a single layer of shielding on them. So that's fine, just hit them all with warps and incinerates. Lovely. So now Shockwave actually works quite effectively. There we go. Beautiful. It does like an okay job against the armor. Lovely. But yeah, the Shockwave works pretty well, though. How many of them are left with armor at this point? None of them? Oh, well, this all works very, very nicely then. You see this? As soon as she's back up, in just a second. Yeah, be invisible, Shepherd. Lovely. There we are. This is going to be a lovely Shockwave right here. Beautiful. And now they all go down to the ground, and we are ready to start killing them all. So you see there, the little crowds of enemies that don't have armor or have very, very limited armor, Jack's quite effective at dealing with them through Shockwave. So, yeah, it's nice that they demonstrate that right here. And here we are. Old Bloodstain.
This looks like an arena.
That's right. They used to stage fights here. Pit me against other kids. I loved it. Only time I was ever out of my cell.
And what were the fights for?
What were they studying?
Hell if I know. Maybe that's how they got their kicks. I never understood anything that happened here.
Miranda's just feeling really embarrassed to be here. She doesn't want to say anything. So children forced to fight in little makeshift arenas.
Security Officer Zimkel, Telton facility. The subjects are out of their cells. They're tearing the place up. Subject 0 is going to get loose. I need permission to terminate. I repeat, permission to terminate.
All subjects besides 0 are expendable. Keep Jack alive.
Understood. I'll begin to...
That's not right. I broke out when my guards disappeared. I started that riot.
Things might have happened that you didn't see.
The other kids attacked me, the guards attacked me, the automated systems attacked me. That doesn't leave lots of room for interpretation.
So Jack thought that she broke out and everyone was trying to murder her, yet it seems something else was going on here.
We've been spotted.
And here we go. We have got ourselves Blood Pack showing up all of a sudden, including Blood Pack Pyros. Be especially careful of them. Now I'm told if you hit them with, well, I assume I have to remove their armor first. Let's just get rid of the armor there. Lovely. A Blood Pack Pyro hit by an overload. Is that an instant explosion? Yes, it is. I never knew that, you know. Right, let's get an Incinerate on a Blood Pack Warrior there. And now one headshot for you. Lovely. Now just focus all firepower. In fact, actually pull him. Now he's off his feet. That will be... Oh, did you resist that? How did you resist that? That strikes me as eminently cheating. And now he's stunned. Make sure he doesn't regenerate. And he's shattered. Beautiful. At this point, it shouldn't be too difficult. Let's just take the one up top out. Lovely.
Why'd they need a morgue? This was a small facility.
A lot of children died here. Even then, they were part of the experiment.
Bullshit. I had the worst of it, and I made it out alive.
Yeah, but you were also a super trained, awesome biotic being pumped full of drugs that might well have kept you alive, Jack. They might not have been. Jack seems almost weirdly oblivious to the possibility that, you know, she was valuable, so they tried to keep her alive. Even if she had the worst of it, she was also by far the best fighter because of her biotics. And if she ever did run into trouble, well, they'd keep her alive through medical attention when they wouldn't bother with the other children. But instead, Jack seems to have just kind of mythologized this whole place, so she was just the victim of ongoing abuse rather than having a function, which is strange, because Jack isn't normally stupid. She's a bit psychotic, but she is basically intelligent and rational, but she just seems to miss a trick here a little bit too easily.
I must have come through here when I broke out, but I don't remember it. This is a bad place.
Of course, when she says this is a bad place, it's definitely no coincidence. There are, in fact, yes, chairs with restraints around the arms and legs and head in this very room. One can't help but suspect she was in this room on more than one occasion, and she's kind of blocked all of it out. Though, one research terminal right here.
We can use this.
And that gets us the next level of biotic damage. We've basically broken to the torture facility, hacked their research, taken it for our own, and then we're going to go and research that after we're done. I bet Jack will be thrilled.
Entry 1054, Telton Facility. The latest iteration of Pergnim went poorly. Subjects 1, 4, and 6 died. No biotic change among the survivors. We lowered core temperatures of surviving subjects, but no biotically beneficial reactions occurred. As a side effect, all subjects died. So we'll not try that on Zero. I hope our supply of biotic potential subjects holds up. We are going through them fast.
This is bullshit. They weren't experimenting on the other children for my safety.
They were, but it doesn't, like, you know, excuse them or anything. They're still monsters. This doesn't take away from our let's blow up the base mission.
You can't help what they did to others.
You don't get it, Shepard. I survived this place because I was tougher than the rest. That's who I am.
You move on. Harder and tougher.
And one more security log over here next to some more power cells, which just get converted into credits for me because apparently I'm already full up.
It's all fallen to pieces. The subjects are rampaging and Zero is loose. We're shutting Telton down. What a disaster. We'll infiltrate and piggyback onto the Alliance's Ascension program. Hopefully, that will give... What? Zero, wait!
Shepard, they started up somewhere else.
Ascension is an Alliance program. It's a school for biotic kids. They don't torture children there.
A lot of this isn't the way I remember it.
There was a lot going on.
I was dumb. I keep my eyes open now, and I always shoot first. We're getting close to my cell, the place I came from. Let's keep going.
Hey, Aresh. It's Kira. Yeah, the intruders are here. You want them dead? We have to talk creds. You promised us lots of salvage, but this place is a waste. Fine, we'll put them down. Then I'm coming in there and we're gonna talk salvage.
What are you doing here?
First, we're gonna kill you. Then we'll see.
Krogans, they're never good for a chat, are they? Sometimes they do just like murder. Right, you two, over there if you'd be so kind. Take cover. Thank you. Lovely, everyone is in cover. Nice. Now, is anyone moving forward as a priority? Well, one pyro. You're about to explode then. Lovely. Right, one coming forward over in that direction. Fine, we'll just stun you for a second. And then just wait for you to show up around the corner now. Lovely. You do not outgun us, and I think already you're getting close to not outnumbering us either. In fact, they just seem to be kind of struggling around the back a little bit. Probably a good time to take some pot shots. And, oi, stop. He just did a really good dive to get out of the way, mind. Let's go for the other ones who aren't doing... They're all doing a little evasion dance. Nice. There you go. That's a good shot at least. Luckily, my new guns work very, very nicely against those biotics. Oh, avoid that, mind. And now that he's down to armor, of course, I have some good anti-armor abilities floating around. Just toss that over there. Throw some handgun after him. And he will be in trouble very, very soon indeed. Lovely. Now, he's got some regen, obviously, so what we want to hit him with is warp and pull simultaneously, and then just target him very, very nicely. Good. And a pull and an incinerate together will work very well. Oh, he got stuck behind a crate mine. That's unfortunate. Hopefully we can finish him off before he gets his regen back. Indeed we can. Down we go. Right, main boss is dead. Just a couple of Krogans who are hanging around to the back. No problem with that. Oh, hello. Ooh, Kurik's done the old Krogan trick. He's actually come back from the dead. That was really more of a Mass Effect 1, but yeah, just occasionally little boss Krogan do actually do that in Mass Effect 2 as well, and Kurik has done that. He's got himself one bonus little barrier. Right, hit him with a warp, please. Lovely, and hidden, and headshot. Nice. Now just pull him to get him off his feet. Lovely, and he's already frozen. He's frozen and pulled. Would you mind just target him? Just finish him off. Go on. There you go. There we are, just down to Kurik now, and I think he's about to charge forward, but he's already into his second health bar, and indeed we can start just using Warp on him. Yeah, he's definitely charging now. Not going to do him the world of good, mind. And another shot there. Everyone just focus on him, and I think Jack even got the last shot in there. Well done, Jack. So, of course, we heard these guys were working for someone called Aresh. Who exactly is this Aresh, and why is he so interested in this facility?
Come out. We know you're here. Who are you?
My name is Aresh, and you're breaking into my home. I know you, Subject Zero. So many years have passed, and I thought I was the only survivor.
My name is Jack. How the hell do you know me?
We all knew your face, Jack. They inflicted horrors on us so their experiments wouldn't kill you. You were the question, and I'm still looking for the answer.
Looks like you're not the only one pulled back here, Jack.
I tried to forget this, but a place like this, it doesn't forget you. It follows you. I hired these mercs and came back almost a solar year ago. We're rebuilding it piece by piece. I'm gonna find out what they knew, how to unlock true biotic potential in humans. I'm restarting the Telton facility. It will be beautiful.
I wanted a hole in the ground. He's trying to justify what happened by using it?
You do the same thing to new kids. Wasn't this forced on you?
Some were bought from poor families on Earth or kidnapped from colonies. Most ended up here the way I did. Batarian pirates. They did such horrible things to us. They must have had good reasons.
There's no reason good enough. Are you nuts? You lived it.
We can blow up the place, but that still leaves him. What do we do with another you?
That's easy.
Just leave me here. This is where I belong.
Fuck that.
Jack, he's trapped in his past. You need to move on from yours.
He wants to restart this place. He needs to die.
He's crazy and he's never gonna restart this facility. You have to let it go. Your past doesn't have to control you.
Fuck! Get out of here. Go!
He's not worth chasing. None of it is.
You did the right thing, Jack.
Maybe. This room was my whole childhood. Give me a minute to look around.
Go ahead.
Nothing's changed, but it's all different.
Now we can look at each thing one by one to get a view as to just Jack's take on her own childhood.
I used this table for everything. It was like my best friend. I'd crawl under it to cry. I was pathetic. Sometimes I dream that I'm back in this bed being tortured. I used to tie the sheets around my wrists and try to rip them off. I want to stop coming back here. I thought that room out there was the rest of the world. I'd pound and yell. Never did any good.
Sadly, there's no kind of, like, you know, dramatic, mopey statement about the toilet where she talks about her toilet habits from a decade ago, but, you know, never mind, eh? Then once you're done with the room, just head out into the corridor and there's an old blood smear.
See the scarring on the wall here? That's where I killed my first man. One of the guards tried to stop me. Instead, I stopped him. Okay, no more wallowing. Let's blow this place to hell.
So there we are, leaving Pragya behind, and as the shuttle heads back up into orbit, Jack's got the detonator. And you sense that she's not even sure whether she wants to push it. But there it goes. The facility blown to hell. And from that we level up, we get Jack's final ability, Warp Ammo. Jack gets a new outfit, though like all the outfits it's largely identical to the one she's already got. Hers is a little bit different, I'll show it off in a moment. Biotic damage, we got that upgrade, very nice. Credits found 9,000 and 15,000 from Cerberus, so a relatively low paying mission, and we got some Element 0 too. Oh, bloody Grunt wants to flipping talk about his loyalty mission too, does he? Alright then. Well, I'll be down to speak to him and indeed Jack in a moment, but first I've got some research to be done right here. Biotic damage, of course, can now go up to level 2 out of 5. Very good, and that should immediately unlock something new. Yes, biotic duration, 20% biotic power. Very, very useful for things like pull. Now, more importantly, Jack just got herself a new power, warp ammo, which is ammo which, well, as you'd probably reasonably guess, works very well against biotic shields. Obviously, Commander Shepard is very, very strong, well, as an infiltrator, I mean, specifically in my playthrough. Very, very strong against armor, because of the sniper rifle, and the hand cannon, and with Incinerate. Biotic shields, however, I would like to be able to do more damage to, because as the game goes on, that's going to be a bigger and bigger thing, especially as the collectors start becoming a problem. Right now, I've got Zaid's Inferno Grenade as my special squad ability. That's not actually that bloody useful to me. So what I'm going to do right now is head over to, down to prototypes. I'm going to do some advanced training right this second. And I'm going to give myself a 5000 element 0 warp ammo as my special ability. Now the other way I could get warp ammo is if Jack's in my team and I fully upgrade her warp ammo ability and set it to squad warp ammo, I could have everyone in the team possessing warp ammo, which certainly under certain circumstances has its advantages. But there's just so few instances I'll actually want to have Jack with me, because I just don't think, like, even as a biotic, I don't think she's the best biotic in the game. I like Thane better because he's a better all-rounder. If I want a pure biotic, personally, I prefer Samara. I actually even prefer Morant, though I very rarely go with her because I'd rather have Samara, just because in terms of like where the plot goes in Mass Effect 3, it's much better to have Samara than Morant with you. But this way, as I go to feed my fish, of course, now I get to have, well, at least for me, I get to have warp ammo anytime I want, because it's now one of my abilities. And I can swap it out for anything else I want for 5000 element 0 a go. Now, Grunt, what have you got to say? Is it something about a loyalty mission by any flipping chance?
Chambers said you're tearing up the place. Something wrong?
Something is wrong, Shepard. I feel wrong. Tense. I just want to kill something. With my hands. More so than usual. Like it's not my choice. Like I just want to... I don't know. See? Why do that? What's wrong?
I like the answer, you're a Krogan. Yeah, this is broadly what I'd expect, to be honest.
Pure Krogan probably starts more aggressive than most. I'm not seeing this as a particularly big shift.
Doesn't matter if it's normal. I'm not. I'm not used to this noise. I want control. When we're moving, fighting, I focus. But here, my blood screams, my plates itch, and even you are just noise. I'm tank-born. What is this?
I think we need a Krogan opinion.
Don't know if I can help, Grunt. Sounds like we need one of your kind to look into this.
Most off-world Krogan are warriors. Doctors don't leave the homeworld to Junka. I won't ask you to go there. I will control this.
No, we're going anyway, it's fine.
Joker can get us to the Krogan homeworld. I need everyone at their best.
Thank you, Shepard. I don't like this. Fury is my choice, not a sickness.
There we go, speak to the clan leader, and of course, once again, that's good old Rex. Now, let's see what Jack has to say as a result of what's happened during that mission.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you. You don't know what it's like, Shepard, to have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I think that'd just be a massive sarcastic answer where you go on about a rant about how, you personally were attacked by Threshermores and everyone you knew died horribly and you were left with psychological scars for years, but you just got the hell over it.
I've made a lot of hard choices, Jack. Like what to let go.
Hard to walk away from it. You'd think it would get easier now that the place is a crater. But what else do I know?
I never thought I'd see you show mercy, but you let Aresh live.
He was trapped in the past, reliving it every day. You showed how that could be me. I'm not getting stuck like that. I'm better than him, and I'm sure as hell not carrying that crater around with me.
Do you think you're different now?
I know that place is gone. But I still kind of want to kill every person I see. No offense.
I'll take what I can get with you, Jack.
You did a lot, Shepard. Shit. I'm not good at this soft stuff. Just... thanks, okay? Let's get back to work.
And I'd say Jack certainly sounds a little bit calmer there, so job well done. Just did a quick look around the other kind of systems in this area, and nothing in terms of like anomalies, but one of them does have this rather lovely massive star, which I can in fact drive into. So I assume it's one of those, like, you know, pleasantly cool stars or something. Now with that done, the next thing I'd actually like to do is just kind of remind myself what's in all of the little kind of areas I unlocked from the star charts on Ilium, because I honestly can't bloody remember. So that's the systems like here, the Hades Nexus, where I've never been before, and there's no mission, but I've unlocked them, and they're on the map. So why exactly are they there? One reason, of course, is just to make absolutely sure you've got enough resources to do all the upgrading that you could ever need. Though, to be honest, I suspect you'll have all the resources you'll ever need for upgrading just off the kind of the planets you get off the first bunch of dossiers. So, it can't just be that. Ah, here we are. The one material I definitely would like to see a little bit more of. Element 0. Which is very, very rare, and you will burn for it faster than you'd like, just because, yeah, if you ever want to change over your special power, then you are using that at 5,000 to go. And, well, you do actually want to, well, if you could, you'd change your power every single mission, to be honest, because you just think, what enemies am I going up against, and thus, what would it be better for Commander Shepard to have? Because, as far as I'm aware, it's not like you unlock it and then it's kind of unlocked. You can change back to it anytime you want. It's 5,000 to go to change, even if you're changing back to something you previously unlocked. Oh, yeah, that's the sort of Element 0 reserve I want right there. And I've almost got my Platinum back up to 100,000 too. Marvellous, because I'll be needing that for more sniper rifle upgrades yet. Aha! Detected an anomaly. We've got something out here. Though, to be honest, I'm more interested in the Element 0 than the flipping anomaly. Sounds like we've got a Quarren distress signal down there. Lovely. Shipwreck meeting Quarren design specifications, identity of ship unknown, number of life signs detected in vicinity uncertain, local wildlife may interfere with the accuracy of biological scans. I will go and assist in just a moment. I've just got some flipping resources to mine first. Now you see this. This here is a mission out really in the middle of nowhere. I suspect many of you, even those of you who have played quite a bit of Mass Effect 2, might never have actually seen before. Because to find this mission, you need to go to Ilium, buy star charts for an area the game will never tell you to go to the area the game never told you to go to a different system from the one you arrive in the area the game never told you to go to, and then scan all of the planets there. And then you find this thing with a Quarian. And indeed, we can now show off Jack's alternative costume as well. We can now cycle her appearance. And the nice thing about Jack's that makes it a little bit different from some of them is Jack at least actually puts some additional clothes on. Because Jack is, well, technically, Jack is kind of naked, apart from like some little leather straps. That's just like little leather strap covering her nipples there. And then like two more attached like a leather choker just to hold it all in place. If you put her into her alternative costume, she's actually wearing some clothes, which I prefer, because it strikes me as odd she wanders around naked. But there we are. It's much kind of better than Zaid, which is just straight up a colour change. I much prefer Jack actually wearing some alternative clothes. And it does at least give you a bit of an option. Many of them are just alternative colour schemes. Jack at least is truly an alternative uniform. So we're going up against creatures, armour, melee, you know, going to get close and close the distance. Let's go with Grunt. He'll work well in this situation. And thanks to the experience points I got off Praja, I can actually upgrade Shepard's tactical cloak as well. So I get myself, well, half a second more duration, but far more important than that, the cloak damage bonus goes up from 20 to 40%. Very nice indeed. So down we come onto this world I think a great many players will never have seen before, and we need to keep a Quarian safe from a whole load of Varren.
I am detecting a single Quarian life sign in your location. Judging by the suit's erratic readings, the Quarian is badly injured. I am also detecting multiple native life signs near your landing site.
Okay, one injured Quarian and a whole bunch of Varren. Let's get ourselves some lovely... Hang on, where's the Palladium? There's the Palladium. And one set of personal logs here. Commence pilot's record. We managed to escape the Geth notice thanks to some clever work in silencing Syniad's engines, but the strain of the old ship was too much. The best we can hope for is a friendly spot somewhere in the Sheol system. Our reports show that this isn't extremely likely. We were nervous scouting this close to the Perseus Veil, and we were right to be. At this point, I'm afraid we might never see the fleet again. With everything the Syniad has been through, it seems like an ignoble end. And indeed, if you actually look at the position of Hades Nexus on the galaxy map, and consider where the Perseus Veil is supposed to be based on the information in Mass Effect 1, it's actually correctly located next to where the Perseus Veil is, which is really, really damn cool. The landing was rough, but we managed to salvage from the wreckage the things we'd need to survive. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Commander Gorlet didn't make it, leaving me the senior officer in charge. We've scouted the landscape and found the planet to be extremely hostile. We don't dare remove our environment suits here. We're all hoping to be rescued before there's any danger of exposure. Finally, I don't know who or what is taking them, but we've now lost more than half the crew who survived the crash. We hoped to build a camp here to survive until the Edina found our beacon, but something is hunting us. I have to keep the crew together the best I can. We will send out a search party when the day comes. I will find my crew, and we will do whatever it takes to return to the Edina. Unfortunately, yes, there's down to a single life sign remaining. In which case, let's just head through the only way we can go into... Oh, it's very pretty. It's very, very pretty, this planet that basically no one will ever bloody come to. We've got ourselves dead Quarians all over the shop, but there's a living one somewhere. Here we are. One surviving Quarian. Everyone else is already tragically dead. Okay, before we stabilize her, move these people into position because, yeah, basically we need to keep her alive for as long as the waves continue. So, stabilize her, and now the ambush is about to begin. Use my slow time as best as I can. Okay, Quarian now has a status. It's an ambush, they say. And in a moment, there we are, number one. Dead almost straight away. Lovely. We just need to be killing them before they get any closer to us, really. Lovely. Make sure these guys just go down. Lovely. Just, yeah, prioritize them. The moment they come out, we need them to just basically not get close to us. Powers, dead. Lovely. Oh, we got more coming in yet. They start coming in really fast. Now, I need to move my attention onto the next one. And then, although I need to reload as well, unfortunately. And they're coming in, yeah. You can see just how quickly they shove in. This isn't really necessarily the right thing for a sniper rifle. There are any that are left over here, mind. And, oh, no, you're fine. You had all your armor. Right, they're doing a good job protecting her, mostly. You need to go down to a... Oh, hang on, how are you? You're fine. You get knocked off your feet. I'll take care of myself. And when I say take care of myself, I mean completely bloody missed. Warp him. Lovely. That's 4 down. And we got more coming in, but that's fine. If you had armor, you don't have it anymore. Go invisible. And I never bloody reload. Nice. Okay. You're going to be in trouble in a second. We got 2 more coming in. Again, it's kind of groups of 4. And you're going to be dead soon. Oh, dear. This is where it's all going to go a bit wrong, isn't it? Right. You're over there. Grunt will take care of you. You are going to take care of that. I'm going to throw a... How badly injured are you? You're not too bad. And I'm going to throw an incinerator at you. And then... Oh, what happened to the invisibility? We need to leave. Oh, I think we're done. Marvellous. There we go. And then, oh, unfortunately, I'm kind of out of sniper. Right, take you out. Oh, the pistol has probably been a better bet all along, to be honest. Okay, can we just basically run for it at this point? Are we going? Yeah, let's get out of here. Bloody hell. Right, good. We saved the Quarian. Marvellous. That is actually a surprisingly tough little mission that's out in the middle of nowhere. And sadly, nothing we can do for all the other Quarians. They're very, very dead indeed. Jump into the shuttle. Be on our way. Though Commander Shepard also kicks one of them in the face, because that's just how Commander Shepard does things. And Cerberus mysteriously pays me 7,500 credits for going out of my way and ignoring the mission I'm supposed to be doing. Perfect! Meanwhile, 2 new notes, one related to Pragia. Commander Shepard, contacting you per the elusive man's instructions. He believes you would want to know that he had ordered Subject Zero's project shut down before the riot broke out. Cerberus personnel arrived to find all guards dead, along with most of the subjects. Any surviving children were treated for injuries, given mild amnesiac treatments, and delivered to Alliance facilities as survivors of the Slaver attacks. A few surviving doctors were forcibly retired for their role in the project. Per your report, the facility on Pragia has been destroyed. Yeah, I don't believe any of that for a moment. And a thank you from the Quarian Cinead ship as well, from Captain Ismin Mal Vas Edina. Commander Shepard, please accept my sincere appreciation for your efforts in locating the wreckage of the Cinead. That ship has a storied history with both the migrant fleet and Cerberus, and we are pleased to know that her wreckage can be salvaged by my people. In finding and stabilising Lieutenant Forzen, you have returned to the flotilla one of her newest and most honoured heroes. Your efforts in furthering the Quarian search for a new homeworld will be remembered. So now we know what they were doing out there. They were looking for a new homeworld. Oh, bloody Garrus wants to start his loyalty mission too. Alright, fine, sure, why not? Let's get it done now.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I've got something. I may need your help. You remember Sidonus, the one who betrayed my team? I found a lead on him. There's a specialist on the Citadel, name's Fade. He's an expert at helping people disappear. Sidonus was seen with him.
Where do we find Fade?
I've arranged a meeting. We'll meet him in a warehouse near the Neon Markets down on Zakera Ward. Thanks, Shepard. I appreciate you taking the time to help me.
And with that done, ladies and gentlemen, this side of the galaxy is looking very, very clear indeed. Shadow Sea 100%, Nubian Expanse 100%, and Hades Nexus 100%. So yeah, those little kind of star charts, they unlock just a few extra tiny little missions I think a lot of people have not seen. So, that's enough for now, ladies and gentlemen. But next time, I think I would like to turn my attention to a little bit more DLC. In particular, the little bit of DLC that's just been hovering over on this side of the map for a while. The Firewalker thing. I've never done this before. I've seen footage of it. I've never done it myself, so this will be very, very interesting indeed. The Firewalker, this game's version of the Mako, though nothing could replace the Mako, which is why I put my little respect monument next to it down on the planet we crashed upon. So next time I think I will indeed kind of continue exploring the very outskirts of the galaxy, areas like over here, the Minos Wasteland. I might kind of go and see what's in there and then move on to Firewalker as well. But in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. This has been Mass Effect 2, The Insanity Run. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I want everyone to get into a single highly explodable thing, and then I want none of these 30 people to blow that thing up while everyone else is on it. Are there any planes here that aren't on fire or broken? No! I'm almost with you! Which has been going spectacularly well so far. Right, I'm going to... Oh, no! You utter bastards!